Why it's cool to fix global warming. Inaugural address of the Imagine Age Sustainability Executive. Good morning, Imagine Age. Today, I want to make sustainability sound like what it really is.
Cool.
Not boring, not just paperwork, not just another corporate department. Sustainability is the business of making the future better. And that's exactly why we're here. We have seen what happens when environmental problems become impossible to ignore. In 2023, Canada's extraordinary wildfire season sent smoke thousands of miles across North America, producing hazardous air quality far beyond the fires themselves. NASA estimates those fires released roughly 640 million metric tons of carbon. NASA science. That's the kind of problem we don't want to inherit. We want to engineer something better. The doom is real, but so is the opportunity. Let's be honest about the challenge. Hotter conditions can intensify wildfire risk. Heat can combine with drought, smoke, and air pollution. Floods and storms can disrupt communities and economies. Scientists have strengthened the evidence connecting human-caused climate change with changes in extreme heat, heavy precipitation, and drought. World Meteorological Organization. But here's the Imagine Age philosophy. We don't stare at the problem. We build the solution. Wildfires? Build better forest management, fire detection, resilient communities, and cleaner energy systems. Extreme heat? Build efficient buildings, cool cities, better grids, and renewable power. Flooding? Build smarter infrastructure, restored wetlands, and resilient communities. Pollution? Build cleaner transportation, circular manufacturing, and better materials. Food insecurity? Build regenerative agriculture, efficient food systems, and resilient supply chains. The challenge becomes a design brief. Why is that cool? Because solving climate problems means creating the future people actually want to live in. Imagine neighborhoods where solar power is everywhere. Imagine buildings that waste almost no energy. Imagine electric transportation powered by increasingly clean electricity. Imagine cities with trees, parks, clean air, and walkable streets. Imagine businesses where making money and improving the planet aren't enemies. Imagine young engineers being paid to invent the next generation of sustainable technology. Imagine investors looking at a company and saying, their sustainability strategy is their growth strategy. That's Imagine Age. To our employees, you are not simply employees. You are builders of the next era. Every spreadsheet, product, investment, software system, partnership, building, policy recommendation, and customer experience can move us toward a better civilization. We want sustainability to become part of how we think. Can we make it cleaner? Can we make it smarter? Can we make it more efficient? Can we make it affordable? Can we make it beautiful? Can we make it last? That's innovation. To our stakeholders, we aren't asking you to choose between prosperity and responsibility. We're asking you to recognize that sustainability itself can become an enormous field of opportunity. Clean energy, resilient infrastructure, sustainable food, water technology, circular manufacturing, green construction, climate analytics, environmental software, efficient transportation, sustainable finance. These aren't merely environmental concepts. They're industries. Our standard. Imagine Age will not promise that we can solve every environmental problem overnight. We will promise something more credible. We will measure. We will innovate. We will improve. We will invest. We will learn. And we will keep building. The World Meteorological Organization's latest global climate assessment says 2015 to 2025 were the hottest 11 years on record, and that extreme weather continues to create major impacts. World Meteorological Organization. So this is our moment. Not to panic. To participate. Not to surrender to doom.
To design.
Not to ask whether the future can be better. To build the evidence that it can. That is why fixing global warming is cool. Because we're not just protecting the planet we inherited. We're designing the planet we're going to leave behind. Welcome to Imagine Age. Let's build the future. Part 2. Invest in the solution. Good morning, Imagine Age. In Part 1, we talked about why it is cool to fix global warming. Today, let's talk about something even more exciting. How do we invest in the solutions? Because sustainability isn't just about planting a tree and hoping for the best. It's about understanding technology, markets, infrastructure, people, and then putting capital behind the ideas that can actually scale. 1. Solar turns sunlight into infrastructure. Every morning, the sun gives us an extraordinary energy resource for free. So, why not build businesses around capturing it? Imagine Age can evaluate investments in commercial and residential solar installations, solar farms, building integrated solar-powered charging stations, community solar plus battery systems. The interesting part isn't simply buying panels. It's the business model behind them. Who owns the equipment? Who finances it? Who buys the electricity? How long does the project operate? What are maintenance costs? What is the expected return? That's where sustainability becomes finance. 2. Wind. Build power where the wind works. Wind turbines aren't just giant machines on the horizon. They're infrastructure assets. A sustainability investment team can evaluate resource quality, project cost, financing, power contracts, operating expenses, expected cash flow. The goal isn't to invest because something looks green. The goal is to identify projects where environmental impact and economic fundamentals work together. 3. Water. The world's most underrated infrastructure. Water is one of the most important investment opportunities of the century. Think about water purification, desalination, leak detection, rainwater harvesting, wastewater treatment, industrial water recycling, smart irrigation, water quality sensors. Imagine Age could invest in companies that make every gallon of water go further. That's not just sustainability. That's infrastructure innovation. 4. Electric vehicles. More than the car. Here's where sustainability gets really fun. An electric vehicle isn't just a vehicle. It's part of an ecosystem. There are opportunities around EVs, charging stations, batteries, software, grid integration, fleet management, energy storage. Imagine Age fleet arriving at an office powered by solar panels, charging from a smart charging station, while software and cleanest time to charge.